So Chinese IEMs have been well known for their great price to performance ratio, but at some point, there's a limit to how many best value IEMs you can create before you start oversaturating the market. As such, a few brands have gone the opposite direction and are now looking to capture that luxury high-end market. The Thieaudio Valhalla is one such example. Coming at $2,000, it's an all-BA IEM with 19 drivers per side. Those 19 drivers make the Valhalla a very bulky IEM, and comfort isn't the best of this thing. Despite its full titanium shell, weight isn't really the problem. My issue are the nozzles. They are very short, and so you can see when I put them in my ear, it sort of presses up against them when I go for a deeper fit. As such, tip rolling is going to be very important with this IEM. I had to use Final Audio Type E's for the best fit. It's still not super comfortable, but I was able to have them in my ears for a few hours at a time while I was writing my review. The other thing that the Final Audio tips help with is in the sound. As you can see in the graph, the Valhalla's upper treble is a bit exaggerated. I don't find it too sharp or peaky, but it does stand out. If we swap to the Final Audio tips, we can see how it shifts that treble down and tame it. Otherwise, the Valhalla's tonality is exactly like how it graphs. It's a bassy IEM with a meaty sound, a pretty good but not outstanding mid-range, and a slight spot of treble emphasis. This is not really a new meta IEM, and that's okay. The bass is the star of the show here. Bass notes are deep and feel like they really pound away at you. You could have told me this is a DD and I would have believed you. Despite this, it's surprisingly agile and well-defined. This is the level of bass I expect from a flagship. I'll be honest, it took me a while to really come to terms with this IEM. I thought it was good at first, but nothing really that crazy. But after spending a while of it listening to it on and off, doing some tip swapping, I've come to see it in the same way that I do the 64 Audio U12T. The Valhalla is a very technically proficient IEM. It does the fundamentals really well. But I don't love this IEM. I tend to see it more from almost an academic lens than really enjoying my music and getting lost in it. The best way I can describe the Valhalla's presentation is that it makes me imagine myself as the mixing engineer behind a mixing desk. I can hear, understand, and appreciate the decisions made in every musical passage, such as how notes are panned across the soundstage, the level of depth chosen for an instrument, or perhaps the slight nuances in its positioning relative to the others. The Valhalla makes me think of the compression effects that might have been used to make those bass notes pop, or how the engineer would have subtly faded in choral harmonies, for example. So yeah, I very much appreciate the Valhalla, and I will recommend this as one to at least try. I can see it being someone's endgame as long as the fit is okay and they can, eat a bit of treble. For $2,000, this is obviously not a price to performance product. But hey, if you have the money and you want something high-end, I'd say the Valhalla is one to consider. There's a lot more that I can talk about with the Valhalla than I can fit in 3 minutes, so I'll link my review in the comments if you want a deeper dive into its sound, and especially if you want comparisons to the other Thieaudio IEMs.